Welcome to the Build Your Reiki Business podcast. I'm Christian of Standing Stones Healing, founder of the Reiki Business Collective and creator of the Build Your Reiki Business program, sending blessings and best wishes to your Reiki business. Greetings, welcome, and thanks for tuning in to this episode of the Build Your Reiki Business podcast. I'm Christian of Standing Stones Healing, and I want to say thank you so much for being here. It is an honor to have you listening in, so thank you. In this episode, we're talking about money. I often see Reiki practitioners who say things like, I just can't bring myself to charge for Reiki. Or, I give away all of my sessions for free. Now, personally, I have no judgment of that Reiki practitioner. I personally have no problem with that. If you want to give away all of your Reiki sessions for free, go ahead. I have no problem with that. And there are plenty of Reiki practitioners and business owners who will say, don't do that. It cheapens Reiki. But this is not true. When we have a food bank that gives away free food, no one says to the food bank, don't do that. It cheapens food. We still have lots of gourmet restaurants that people go to and happily pay when, sure, they could go to a food bank and get free food. And so I don't believe that offering free Reiki diminishes Reiki at all. Just like having a food bank and giving away free food does not diminish the power of food. But I want to encourage us to really consider our own relationship with money. Because as Reiki business owners, when we talk about money for our Reiki business, we have to acknowledge that it is essential to our Reiki business. Because if our Reiki business is not making money, then our Reiki business is not going to last. It's only going to last so long. And if our Reiki business is not making a profit, and if we are losing money in the Reiki business, our Reiki business is not going to last. And so it's okay if you want your Reiki business to make money. As a matter of fact, it's a good thing, and money is essential to keeping your Reiki business moving forward. Now, I want to encourage us in our Reiki business to really have a positive relationship with money and to really get into a place where we can say, I love money, because we recognize and honor that money is what is going to keep our Reiki business moving forward. Now, some may be thinking, well, Christian, what if I receive donations, in-kind donations? What if people give me stuff for my Reiki business, bartering and whatever for my Reiki services rather than money? Sure, if that's your Reiki business model, okay. At the same time, I don't think that your website host, your scheduling software, is going to accept crystals in exchange for their services. They are going to want the money, just saying. And so we have to acknowledge that on some level, at some point, we're going to need money in order to pay for the stuff that's going to keep our Reiki business moving forward. Because money is how we conduct transactions. And so money is something your Reiki business is going to need in order to pay for all of the stuff that your Reiki business needs in order to run. So money is a very, very good thing because it is going to allow you to continue to offer your Reiki services to help people with Reiki, to spread the power of Reiki. Money is just something that we use to conduct transactions. It is an agreed upon way in which we conduct transactions. And those transactions allow your Reiki business to continue to operate. And so I want to encourage us to explore our relationship with money in our Reiki business. How are we treating our Reiki business money? The most important indicator of our relationship with money in our Reiki business is how we treat it when we get it. It's how we treat the money when we receive it. How we feel about the money when we receive it. The most important indicator is how we treat it when it comes in. And so when it comes in, are we excited? Are we happy? Are we grateful? Do we say yes? Do we do a little dance? Do we thank the universe? Do we thank the money? Do we mark it down in our Reiki business books? How do we feel about it when it comes to us? That is a major indicator of how we feel about money in our Reiki business and how we feel about money, period. And so when money comes into your Reiki business, I want you to note how you feel about it, because that feeling is saying a whole heck of a lot about your relationship to money in your Reiki business and a whole heck of a lot about that very lifeblood of your Reiki business. And so I want to encourage you to explore when you receive money for your Reiki business, explore your feelings about that. And I want to encourage you to see if you can't bring some gratitude into it. And to every time you make any amount of money in your Reiki business, any amount at all, to give gratitude for that. To say thank you, to get excited, to feel good, maybe do a little happy dance. Because this is money that is allowing your Reiki business to move forward. Remember, it's a transaction, and that money is going to allow you to spend money in your Reiki business in all kinds of ways, whether that's your website, advertisements, scheduling software, your booking software, whatever it is. That money is going to allow you to do things in your Reiki business and to keep it running and moving forward. So no matter how much, how little it is, when you get it, let's do a little happy dance. Let's get excited. Let's say thank you. Let's say thank you to the universe for bringing the money. Let's say thank you to the money. Let's say thank you to the client or student who purchased. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's first and foremost give gratitude. Then let's mark that money in our Reiki business books. So let's not just let our books kind of get away from us. Let's stay on top of our Reiki business books. Because when we stay on top of our Reiki business books, when we know where our Reiki business stands financially, the amount that's coming in, the amount that's going out, when we are on top of that and we know that, we're showing love. We are showing love. When we give energy to something, we are showing care for it, and we are showing that it matters. And your Reiki business books matter. Remember, the money that those numbers represent is the lifeblood of your Reiki business. It's what allows you to move forward in your Reiki business. It's what allows you to serve in your Reiki business. And so when we get that money coming into us, to our Reiki business that we can use to help more people. Let's honor it by marking it down. Let's stay on top of and reconcile and pay attention to our Reiki business books. And so my question for you is, are you paying attention to your Reiki business books? Are you on top of your bookkeeping? And you may say, oh, Christian, I have someone do that for me. Do you know where your Reiki business books stand? Do you know when money is coming in? Do you know when money is going out? Bookkeeper or not, remember, it's essential to your Reiki business. Let's show it some love and gratitude by giving it some energy, paying attention to it, and knowing where we stand in terms of our Reiki business books. So let's say thank you. Let's give gratitude. Let's pay attention to when it comes in and when it goes out. And when it goes out, let's say thank you for it. Let us say thank you when we pay our Reiki business bills. When we have the bill that comes due for the website. Oops, there's my monthly website fee. Thank you very much. And saying thank you that my Reiki business has the ability to pay that bill. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to all of my past, present, and future clients, all of my past, present, and future students. Thank you, thank you, thank you to anyone who has ever purchased from Standing Stones Healing. I'm saying thank you when I am paying my Reiki business bills. It is through our relationship with our Reiki business money that we can gauge our relationship with money itself. And if we look at our Reiki business books and they are a mess, then I am going to go out on a little bit of a limb here and say that you might have some work to do with your relationship with money. There's no judgment behind that. We all have work to do, quote unquote, work to do with our relationship with money, because money is energy. Money is a major part of everyone's life, and we all have exploration to do with our relationship with money. And if money in your Reiki business is something that you are ignoring, you're ignoring the books, you're not paying attention, you don't want to look at it, you don't want to think about it, then I want to encourage you to think about your relationship with money in your Reiki business and to think about the message that you are sending to the Reiki business money by wanting to ignore it, by wanting to just pretend it doesn't exist or give it to someone else. Here, you take care of it. I don't even want to think about it. Ask yourself, why is it that you don't want to think about the money? Why is it that you don't want to think about money in your Reiki business? And to do that exploration with love and compassion, gentleness, kindness, and tenderness with yourself. But when we don't want to acknowledge the money, when we don't want to know what's coming in and what's going out, when we don't want to feel grateful for it or acknowledge it, that sends a message. That sends a message to the money. That sends a message to our Reiki business. And that sends a message to ourselves. So let's give gratitude for the money when it comes in. No matter how much is coming in, remember, it is helping your Reiki business to move forward. Let's give thanks when no matter how much comes in, it comes in. Let's do a little happy dance. Let's say thank you. Let's be on top of our Reiki business books. Let's know how much is coming in and how much is going out. Let's know where we are spending our money. Let's know where our money is coming in from. Because when we're on top of those kinds of things and we know where our Reiki business is making more money, then we can focus more efforts in that area. I know I've personally done this in my own Reiki business, where I've noticed where certain things are making more money than other services, and I put more of my efforts in those things. And so I want to encourage us to focus in and pay attention to the income and the expenses, to what's coming in and what's going out, where it's going out, and to do this in an energy, in a mindset, in a space of love, expansiveness, gratitude for money itself, just like a heartbeat. As the heart pumps the blood through the veins, as it comes in and goes out. Or like the breath, for instance, in and out. Money comes in, money goes out, breath comes in, breath goes out. It's a part of the Reiki business process. Let's give thanks for it. Let's honor it. Let's get excited about it. Let's pay attention to it. Let's pay attention to our money. Because it is in paying attention to our Reiki business money that we can give gratitude, praise, and thanks for moving our Reiki business forward to help more and more people, to serve more and more people with the power of Reiki. That's what it's all about. That's what is at the heart of our relationship with money in our Reiki business. Money is essential to our Reiki business. Let's not run from that fact. Let's not ignore that fact. Let's not see money as, just this dirty thing that we have to deal with in our Reiki business. Heck no, it's a beautiful thing because it allows us to continue to serve through our Reiki business. I'm sending you so many blessings for the serving. I'm sending you so much gratitude for the serving because through your Reiki business, you are serving, you are helping people, you are spreading the power of Reiki. And so let's say thank you as that money comes into our Reiki businesses because it's allowing us to serve. And let's say thank you as the money goes out from our Reiki business because it's allowing us to serve. As always, please feel free to get the free Reiki Biz Kit at standingstoneshealing.com/Reiki Biz Kit. As always, please feel free to reach out to me anytime. What do you think about money for your Reiki business? Reach out and let me know what you think. I'm sending you lots of blessings and best wishes for all of the money in your Reiki business. Thanks for tuning in to the Build Your Reiki Business podcast. Please like, share, subscribe, and send to a friend. Learn more about the Build Your Reiki Business program at standingstoneshealing.com/build. Sending blessings and best wishes to your Reiki business.